been noticing that I've been having my shirt on a lot. But you get to this point in life where you recognize that people still think it's about them. They still believe that what they feel and choosing themselves is going to be the remedy to what they really want in this life, which is an elevated state of existence. What most people don't realize that they're seeking is something internal which can never be provided from without. Now let's not get all sage-like for them, Sheikhy. Everybody's looking for an elevated experience, a more congenial experience on this planet. But many are failing to recognize that by choosing their immediate gratifications, choosing their feelings, their whims, their passions, choosing to not be a better being, they're resigning themselves to a life of mediocrity, a life of anxiety, depression, a life of just straight up lower, lesser being. The universe is going to gift you the state of being that is in alignment with who you are being. That's just high level shit. If you're on a lower frequency or lack the comprehension to understand that, I can't hold that back from the people that really could understand that and who have just broken through a ceiling based on what the fuck I just said. Who you are being, who you're giving, the being that you're giving, the universe, the individual, the being, right? Because I'm a human being, you're a human being, you're a being, this being, that being, right? A higher being. The being that you are giving the universe, that quality of that being is the quality of being that you will be given in return. See, the phrasing, the grammar of that, because it's like, is it a noun? Is it an adjective? Exactly. Figure it the fuck out. Whatever you are, your world is yours. The level and quality of being that you give the universe is exactly what the universe is going to give you as your state of being. Whatever you are, your world is yours. That's the thing. Now I'm at the point where, listen, I don't have time for shit. I only know becoming. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to everybody signing up right now, you know, and everybody on the team. And everybody, you know, it's not even about the team. It's just a collective of self-mastering individuals who obviously just want to get it right in this life and elevate their existence by all means. You feel me? Not by any means, but by the correct means. So I always tell people, the only thing that's stopping you from getting there, one, is the ego, right? Because all I have is the ability to cast my ego aside. So I have the wisdom to put my ego aside to then seek wise wisdom, right? So then I give y'all a blueprint. What's the blueprint in fundamental? It's get the accurate information, right? Never make an excuse. Get making an excuse out of your blood. Never make an excuse. And then never fucking miss. That's all you need to do. But when you realize every time you choose to sleep in, every time you choose to not do the work, not work out, every time you choose to indulge yourself in your vices or in your passions and whims and desires, your food, you know, and you just incur karma upon yourself, and then you give a lesser being, and then you are given in reciprocity by the universe unfailingly a lesser state of being. So once you start gifting the world, you start gifting yourself, right? You gift yourself a higher being. You give yourself the love. You give yourself that higher being. You get to create a relationship. You get to establish camaraderie between you and yourself. You become your best friend, right? And then you give the higher being to yourself. You give the higher being a higher level of being. You give a higher being to your people. Then you give a higher being to that which created the universe, the laws, right? Now you've ascended and become such an individual on all levels of transcendency. Now it's unfailing that you will be gifted a higher state of being in return. But if you continue to, why would anybody use drugs, right? So you got to get to that point where if anybody's using drugs, you have to understand that, one, they are trading off a significant portion of their well-being in pursuit of well-being. So it goes back to what I said at the beginning of this video, where it's, what are people seeking in this life besides a congenial experience, right? That's elevated existence. So people are seeking, and what they end up doing is giving away their power. So whatever you are, your world is yours. You got to stop doing the drugs. It just doesn't make any sense. You can't make me, why would I use that if there's no need, because I have internally created such a state of being that, in fact, if I did that, that would disturb my state of being and pull me down into a lower frequency and then engulf me in the trap and snares of desire. Why you can't provide a sound argument for the use of any substances, any alcohol, any drinks, any drugs. Well, I'm just enjoying myself. So by that, your default saying you don't enjoy yourself. And that's what you have to get to. You have to get to the level where you actually enjoy yourself, where you can just be, right? Like me, I can just be. No matter where I am, I enjoy being me. And I've mastered being me at a higher level where it's no longer about me, right? So it's just all about understanding that, you know, it's never about you. And those who choose selfishness and negligence are rewarded as punishments by the universe with a lower state of being. And that manifests itself as anxiety, because you know you're fucking up and you know you chose yourself and you know you chose a lesser state of being in the face of a higher being. You could have done better, but you chose to choose less because of your little short-sighted vision. And now you have to sit with that. Not only do you have to sit with that lesser state of being, you have to sit with your conscience knowing that you sold out. Right, it's really like that, you feel me? Then the next level is like, you know, you get depression because now you are losing time. I said it the other day in one of my videos, you know, everybody's just in the fucking same spot, and that shit is fucking annoying as shit. It's like, who the fuck doesn't realize that time is going by and that Sheikhy Chic literally, yo, son, shouts out to 𝙎𝙝𝙚𝙊𝙆𝙎. You know what I mean? When I did the first video with 𝙎𝙝𝙚𝙊𝙆, then I started my YouTube, and then the YouTube, I was in a fucking blizzard talking about gratitude is the master frequency, and now you see me in motherfucking sky. It's like, what the fuck, right? Exactly. I'm not in the same spot. I'm growing. I'm 3 books deep. You know what I'm saying? And there's more things coming for the people. You know what I'm saying? There's more people actually getting awake to the YWY frequency. And, you know, it's like you get to that point where it's like, why are people in the same spot, right? All right, so depression comes as a manifestation of knowing that you're not growing at the rate that you should be growing. And in fact, you might be actually regressing as time is moving forward. So most people are in the same spot or worse than they were 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It's been less than 3 years, and only a few people from less than 3 years ago are in better conditions that are undeniably undeniable. You feel me? So it becomes depression is a manifestation of knowing that time is moving forward with or without your consent, and you're losing time. You're running out of time, and you're not existing how you've been called to become to exist. And it's all because you keep choosing your goddamn self over the fucking work and the being that you must do to become. So the real ones in this life see that they do what must be done, but more than what must be done, the real ones know they just choose to do and be what must become. They choose to be what must be become. You understand that? So once you become it, then it's like you're elevated beyond the gnawing incessance of fucking weird ass anxiety. Like, you think I'm pulling up to a beach. It's me and some fat, sloppy supple titty having motherfucker. We both pull up to the beach. You think I'm concerned about whether or not people are judging me in a negative light? No, in fact, people stop and stare. They stop and stare so much that I have to now consider maybe making myself less open because it's bringing their insecurities out. Then you have the fat, supple titty motherfucker who everybody knows is a fat, supple titty motherfucker because all he does is fucking scarf down fucking honey buns and doesn't even go on his fucking daily runs. Whatever your world is yours. Who do you think has more incessance? Who has lack of presence? Not the individual who is sober. Sober presence. Fit, best body as you can possibly have in the moment, and increasingly so. Sober, fit, present, enlightened. You actually have valuable knowledge that produces valuable and practical results in people's lives. Unlike all these other fake woke motherfuckers who swear they know some shit, but you look at their lives, it's like, what the fuck do you really know? And if I chose to know what you think you know, well, I end up like you, yeah. So I think this is better than the fucking incense crystals and the weed. I need more than incense crystals and some weed. Swipe. You feel me? Real life. You feel me? Then sober, fit, enlightened, and then getting rich. So many people, they just trip over the money. And y'all fail to recognize that your state of being is going to be directly correlated to the being that you're being. And I can just say that more simply, self-mastery and finance go hand in hand. Your degree of personal development, self-mastery, discipline, all these things are going to translate directly to your financial statements. And it's really like that, you feel me? So whatever you are, your world is yours. I could talk all day, but the evolution can never be provided. It can only be guided, you feel me? So it's up to you to step up, to choose to work with me, who's evidently fucking crushing it, you feel me? I'm evidently fucking crushing it. I'm fucking one of the best humans in the fucking cosmos, you heard? Whatever you are, your world is yours. It's really like that, you feel me? Tell Beerus and all the motherfuckers to gang up and call Sheikhy when it's time to hit the tournament, you feel me? Word. Anyway, work with me so that I can give you the blueprint so that you can actually begin to work with yourself and work on yourself in the best, most accurate way possible. Once you get the accurate information, you never make an excuse and you never miss. And then you get more accurate in accurately applying the accurate information, the universe will deliver you a higher state of being, because if you manifest that formula, accurate information accurately applied to a higher degree, never make an excuse, never miss, the universe will never miss, and it will give you exactly what you want out of this life. But it's the ego, it's the self that y'all continuously choose, and it's the ignorance and it's the negligence, and it's just what happens. That's why your life is fucked up. So don't blame God, don't blame the universe, don't blame shit. It was you, motherfucker. You chose them titties.